Oh my God! Oh my fucking God!
Homer, this is never easy to say. I'm gonna have to saw your arms off.
They'll grow back, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whew. Homer, are you just holding on to the can?
Your point being?
At ChaozUDB. What a DB? What? ChaozUDB. Stephen A. Smith. Who would be a better draft pick? Tensionon? What is it? Tensionon? Or Yamcha? I'm just reading it. Tenshinhan won the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai, held down Cell and Buu, fought in the Tournament of Power. Yamcha defeated Ozaru Goku with poor master of the Wolf Fang Fist, became an elite baseball player. I don't understand any of this shit you wrote. I'm a grown-ass man. Okay, I don't mind some of these questions, but how dare you send me this shit thinking I can pronounce all of these names? Do I look like I speak Mandarin? Huh? I don't know what this is. I'm not gonna lie. I know my team want to sit up there. They're laughing in the control room. Everybody talking about, because they're children. They watch this. I'm a grown-ass man, okay? When you're sending me stuff like this, I don't even know. I don't know if Tenshinhan is pronounced right. Yamcha, I don't know if that's pronounced right. I don't know if Tenkaichi Budokai is pronounced right. I don't know. Help a brother out. I work for a living. I ain't got time to know all of this. Y'all get on my nerves with this sometimes. Seriously. Seriously. I mean, at least phonetically spell it out, do what you got to do so I can at least pronounce it correctly. It's very annoying. It really, really is. Because I don't like getting names wrong. But what the hell? Then I'm seeing this guy with a third eye, all right? And this guy clearly juiced up. I mean, what you want me to say? What you want me to say? Let's go with him. What the hell is his name? Because I don't know. All right? What is that? Yamcha? Yamcha. I'll go with this. Okay? Good Lord.
Hey, Mario, that big old 500-pound some bitch, Bowser, just took the damn princess and used all the star power to put everybody in paintings. Now I need you to take your ass inside those paintings and recover the stars with a little bit of jumping, what? A little bit of punching, what? And a little bit of ass whooping, what? To save Princess Peach. And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Toad said so.
Are you ready in there, Mr. Simpson?
Are you sure you're a fully accredited and bonded pornographer?
Just come out.
Please be kind.
You look fantastic. Let me just adjust my lens here.
No, you're sure this will save my marriage?
Try not to speak. It's making your body ripple.
Dad? Dad, are you home?
No!
Fine. I don't care what you're doing.
Don't look, don't look, don't look! Okay, I think he's gone. Let's reschedule. So long, losers! Uh-oh.
The top of his head is still showing. Claw at it!
I'd like to start by offering you a deal, Jack. if you won't use any football stories, I won't tell any of my warm and humorous stories about chlorofluorocarbon abatement.
It's a deal. I can't even pronounce it.
God, I want to friend you so fucking bad. Do it, Harold. Friend me all night long. I'm gonna touch you right in the friend zone. Make sweet, hot, platonic love to me, Harold.
It's all right. I'm a teacher.
I didn't know we could do that.
This is a very, very proud day for us. Especially me, your father. Me beat City Hall. It's just like David and Goliath, only this time David won.
Oh, I know. I heard it too. Here's some music.
The alleged shooter in this case was echoing Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. The Unabomber suggested that if you were, for example, an oil executive, maybe you should be murdered. Because after all, there were externalities to the oil industry. Why not the banking industry? Why not? Maybe Bill Burr doesn't like the banks. After all, that bank denied Grandma her loan. So maybe Jamie Dimon should be tracked down and murdered. This kind of stuff.
No, Ben, no, Ben, stop! Ben! 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 Stop! That's crazy, man.
Of all violence.
And, you know, we're trying not to be those hover parents, right, that are just like, and give them some freedom. Like my son, no, your curfew is this, you know, told him one time. He texts me back, let me breathe, Dad, let me breathe. I'm dying, right? Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude, like he's George Floyd or something.
You know, no, not that bad, right? But just like, you know how kids talk, right?
Right. Oh, yeah, let me breathe, Dad. Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo is uber talented, like preternaturally talented. She's great in everything. She can act. She can sing. She makes Elphaba's character much more interesting than Elphaba's character was probably in the original musical. In the original musical, if you saw it on Broadway, it was Kristen Chenoweth playing Glinda, and it was Idina Menzel playing Elphaba. Idina Menzel was a much less interesting Elphaba than Cynthia Erivo's Elphaba. And Cynthia Erivo has pipes on her. I mean, she can really, really belt. She can really sing. So she's terrific in it. Ariana Grande, by contrast, does not live up to the standard of Kristen Chenoweth. There actually is a scene later on in the movie in which both Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel do a cameo scene. And you can see why Kristen Chenoweth won a Tony for her performance, because she would have been way better. If this had been made 20 years ago, she would have been a way better Glinda than Ariana Grande, who's quite mannered, who can't quite bring off kind of the cutesy charming thing. It starts to grate after a little while. She's kind of one note, Ariana Grande. Also, she doesn't have the voice of Cynthia Erivo. So every time she goes up, it feels like she's going into head voice. She doesn't have the ability to belt Broadway style. She has a much smaller voice than Cynthia Erivo. So that means that the entire movie to tilt in Elphaba's direction, as opposed to Glinda being much more of a focal point in the original stage musical. That said, they're both fine. I think Erivo's way better than Grande, but Grande's fine. I don't think she's awful or anything. She's just the same thing over and over and over. There are a couple of touches, by the way, in the film that are references to the film, the 1939 Wizard of Oz film, and not just to the musicals. There are a couple of musical cues where you'll hear them play a couple of sort of undertones that are from the 39 musical, which is kind of... And now I want to go through the numbers one by one, because this musical, as all musicals do, lives or dies on the numbers. So we're going to go through these one by one. They're not all equivalently good. I do have particular issues with the last number, but let's go through some of the numbers in this musical. The opening number in the musical, No One Mourns the Wicked, is, I think, drawn out too long. One of the big problems with the movie is that it is 2 hours and 40 minutes long. Okay, that's crazy. The entire musical on Broadway, Act 1 and 2, is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, including a 15-minute intermission. But anyway, there's a lot of backstory in No One Mourns the Wicked, and the problem is, as we'll see, this is one of the problems that Chu has as a director. He has a habit in this musical of breaking up the songs, which loses momentum. So No One Mourns the Wicked is a very long opener. It's very long, and because it's very long, you don't get the sort of build and climax and momentum of the
Everyone knows the Thunder should already have a championship, but it's not because of the James Harden trade. On February 17, 2009, the Oklahoma City Thunder traded Joe Smith, Chris Wilcox, and Harden. No, not James Harden, Devon Harden, a former second-round pick to the New Orleans Hornets, for Tyson Chandler. That's it. No picks. But the next day, after going through a physical, Dr. Carlin Yates determined that the risk of re-injury to his left toe was too great, and Sam Presti rescinded the trade. Tyson Chandler was traded in the summer of 2009 to the Bobcats for Emeka Okafor, and then again in the summer of 2010 to the Dallas Mavericks for Eric Dampier, Eduardo Nahara, and Matt Carroll. Chandler went on to win a championship with the Mavericks in 2011, but who did the Mavericks beat in the West Finals before they upset the Heat in the NBA Finals? It was the Oklahoma City Thunder. They beat the Thunder in 5 games, but would that have happened if Chandler was on the Thunder instead of the Mavericks? The Thunder would have had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Serge Ibaka, Jeff Green, Tapa Cephalosha, and who's manning the middle? Tyson Chandler during that playoff run if that trade wasn't rescinded. That's easily the most stacked squad in the NBA. On February 24, 2011, the Oklahoma City Thunder traded Jeff Green, Nenad Krstić, and a first-round pick that became Avery Bradley for Kendrick Perkins and Nate Robinson. And while that was helpful to the Thunder in developing more toughness, you have to wonder, what if they didn't rescind the Tyson Chandler trade? I think there would be a title in Oklahoma City.
Oh, they about to kick some shit. 8 in the building, y'all. 12 is in the building. They about to kick somebody's shit. They about to kick somebody's shit. Flush that shit. 12 is in the building. Flush that shit, y'all. Oh, he look like his name Rodriguez. Get the fuck out of our building.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer, and by a truck, and by a train, and by a snowball, a really big one, and by me. Oh, that's not good. And then Grandma got amnesia, so Santa kidnapped her for 9 months, but then he realized you're not allowed to do that, so he felt bad, so he publicly came out and said sorry, but they said that's still illegal, so they tried to sue him, but apparently he left a note saying that he was going to kidnap her, so that makes it okay, so he's off scot-free. And it's revealed Cousin Mel's the one who hid the note so she could sue the prince of Santa. Grandma's gonna sue the prince of Santa, cause everybody gonna do.
This movie was against all of our will. None of us chose to watch it. I'd fuck Cousin Mel.
There's an office and a building and a person and a chair, and you paid for it all, though you may be unaware. You paid for the paper, you paid for the phone, you paid for everything they need to deny you what you're owed. There ain't no you in United Health, there ain't no me in the company, there ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. Now the procedure that you're needing ain't the cost-effective route, and only 2% of people end up winning a dispute. So if you get sick, pray to God for help, cause your doctor's gotta pray to United Health. Way back in 77, Mr. Richard T. Burke started buying HMOs, putting federal grants to work, made 50 billion buckaroos. Last year the Warren Buffett of health, the Jeff Bezos of fear. Now CEOs come and go, and one just went. The ingredient you got, bake the cake you get. But if you get sick, cross your fingers for luck, cause old Richard T. Burke ain't giving a fuck. Commoditized health, monopolized fraud. Here's the doctors we own and the research we bought. They own the pharmacies and a lot of the meds. They should start buying graves to sell us when we're all dead. There ain't no you in United Health, there ain't no me in the company, there ain't no us in the private trust. There's hardly humans in humanity. There's hardly humans in humanity.
So what's your take?
At some point in the modern era, I feel like waiters started to get trained by like corporate consultants, and they started to say this one phrase that I find disgusting.
What is it?
How's everything tasting?
100% agree.
Right?
I don't like it when they
I'm like,
say how's everything.
get out of my mouth. This is an intimate space. I don't want you to ask about how things are tasting.
How things are
how is everything?
You like how is everything?
Yeah, it's fine.
You like how's everything going?
Yeah, it's good to check in.
Can I get you anything?
Food. Yeah.
That's okay.
The other really annoying one is, how are the first bites?
Oh.
What the hell is that?
How are the first bites? I'm out.
And it's weirdly like consistent, like a pre-programmed line. How's everything tasting? And my son's like totally goof on me all the time now, because we'll be having a great meal, sitting at a restaurant, and then the person will double back for the tasting, and I'll go, my son's always like start cracking up.
Those are good sons because they make fun of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? What other takes do you have?
In movies or commercials, I really do not like to see people eat.
At all.
I don't want to see like those Carl Jr. commercials where like the hot girl is like biting into a cheeseburger and things are dripping out of it. It's like Reilly repellent.
I'm gonna 100% disagree with that.
Really?
I like when I see people eat.
It's awful. And that thing they do on all those cooking shows, like, I don't want to know.
So you don't watch any cooking shows on TV?
I mean, cooking, and then I literally, like when those commercials come on, I'll put my hand over the TV so I don't have to see the food going in the mouth.
Whoa.
I know it's a weird thing.
What bothers you the most, the mouth?
There's something disgusting about it. I don't know. It's like, and it's also too intimate.
You should do it in private.
Yeah, like you wouldn't stare in someone's mouth while they're eating at a table, right?
How's everything tasting?
Yeah.
Do you have hair in your special place?
Okay, this one's a group photo.
Oh my god!
I mean, I hope it's the one on the left. Or the one on the right. Or the right. I'd be okay with the right. All right, let's see.
Well, that was disappointing.
I mean, it always is.
I know everyone says this, but I feel like I made a genuine connection in there.
Dan,
It's
this is her job, dude.
No, she let me follow her on Instagram. She's gonna let me follow her on Instagram. She didn't even dance, we just talked. I feel like I went in and I met Diamond, but I left knowing Denise.